can I just say one thing firstly? I love the name Eat Sleep Boxing Repeat.
Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. Delighted as always to be joined by the Scottish middleweight champion Aston Brown, head of his fight for the Celtic title against Paul Kean on the 4th of October. Aston, good to speak to you. Great to. Doesn't feel like too long ago since your last fight
Yeah,
back in May. You must be really happy to be back out so soon as October and fighting for a different belt.
definitely, mate. Excited. Looking forward to the challenge. Looking forward to collecting a new belt on October the 4th.
Fantastic. Thank you for your time as always. I know we're
No
speaking
problem.
about a week and a half before fight night, before things start to get serious. So thank you very much. Paul Kean, how well do you know him? Both Scottish, similar sort of age. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've kind of fought on the same bills before. How do you know him at all?
I know Paul well. We sparred years ago, maybe 5, 6 years ago, maybe longer than that. I boxed on one of the same bills as Paul as well. But apart from that, mate, I've watched a few of his fights and stuff. Good fighter. I mean, had more fights than me,
Mm.
20 odd fights, I think. But I just don't think he's on my level, mate, to be honest with you. I think I'll do a job on October the 4th.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think. Look, a stunning knockout last time out against Reece
Yeah.
in the first round as well. Obviously got the attention of a lot of people.
Yeah.
You feel under pressure, not un like yeah, I'm going to say under pressure to not only win, but to win by stoppage as well.
Just not necessarily always win by stoppage, but just to look good.
Mm,
Um, Win and look good doing it. You know what I mean? It's an entertainment business we're in. You don't get paid for overtime either, and I think um, I can punch hard. You know what I mean? I'm exciting. I can fight. I can box. I can do a bit of everything. So I think I bring a bit of everything to the table. And but I'm always looking to go in and knock people out. I
yeah.
mean, that's what I like doing, and that's what I can do. So October the 4th will be the same.
Does it cross your mind at all that if you're Paul Keane, you might look at your last couple of performances where
Mhm.
Reece Porter, some people saw it as a fight. Some people were picking him to win, some people were picking you to win. You're an
Yeah.
underdog against Fergus Quinn, and you've won both fights by early stoppage. If,
Hmm.
does it cross your mind that he might go into the fight a bit more defensively minded than he would have done if those fights hadn't finished the way they had done?
Yeah, I think so. I think Paul Keane going quite cautious. He's quite a cautious fighter as it is, I think. You know what I mean? He's a boxer, a sort of back foot boxer. I don't think he'll approach a fight much different. Um, but as I said in the press conference and some other interviews, we have to engage at some point in the fight. And then that's when we'll catch fire, and that's when I believe I'll take over and I'll knock him out.
Brilliant, brilliant. How much of a step up is this for you, Aston? Because it's a tough question because we didn't see that much of you in your last fight. It was
Yeah,
over so quickly. And Paul Keane, as you mentioned, more experienced than you. He's fought for a variety of belts, fought
yeah.
against some really good fighters. But how much of a step up is this for you?
I wouldn't say a step up because I would say Fergus Quinn,
Mm,
maybe that was the step up. People thought that was a step up. Another undefeated fighter, highly rated in Ireland. You know what I mean? Took to good things and stuff like that. And obviously, I get rid of him fairly quickly. And then obviously, Reece Porter was the same. But um, again, as you said, he's had a lot of experience. He's fought the likes of Hamza Shiraz and that. So he knows his bit way around the ring. But I just believe I'm on a different level for Polkin. Um, he's been beat a few times. He's been stopped a few times in the fights he's stepped up on, like the high level. Not I mean, as you said, fighting for bigger titles. He's sort of been he's been took apart and he's been stopped. Not I mean, I think Hamza done him in 6 rounds. So aye. But again, I believe I'm on a different level with Paul Keaton, and I believe it with a demolition job.
fantastic. Where does winning this fight put you, Aston? Because that's obviously you're then um, holder of two belts. Are you
Yeah.
then looking for other belts? Are you looking to defend either belt? What position would you be in being
I want
victorious
to,
from both?
when I win on October the 4th, I want to fight the winner of Conway and Liddard for the British title. They're fighting for the British title and the Commonwealth title. A week later, I'd love to fight the winner. But again, boxing's boxing. They could be fighting. They could be lined. Anybody else could be lined up to fight them. But I will be shouting for the winner. But I need to do a job on October the 4th first, and my full attention is on that.
Yeah, no, of course. I appreciate that's where your attention is, and I don't want to kind of
No.
distract you at all. But would you, all being well on October the 4th, would you be tempted to come to your call for the fight, just to put a bit of pressure on that winner, just to kind of just to be present, to have media guys speaking to you?
Yeah, definitely. It's something we have sort of thought about going down. It's a cracking fight. It's a really, really good fight. I can't actually pick a winner. The Conway and Liddard fight, I'm struggling to pick a winner. You know what I mean? You've got Liddard, a young, hungry, really talented puncher, and you've got Kean Conway, a wee bit older but loads of more experience, and a great boxer with great punch variety and power himself. So it's a really tasty matchup. So it's not something we have spoke about maybe going down and watch it.
Yeah, well, yeah, as I said, we'll move on to other things. As I said, I don't want to take anything away from your opponent on the 4th of October. How, just a couple more from me, Aston. How much does it mean to you to be fighting Glasgow? I know that's where you were born. According to Box Records, it's where you live now still. But this is obviously your second time in a row fighting there. But yeah, is it important to you to be fighting back at home?
Yeah, definitely. It's important to me, and I think it's important to all the boys on the bill, Nathaniel Collins and Ryan Glack and stuff like that. Other boys, Will Hutchinson. It's important for them to be fighting back in Scotland. You know what I mean? So we can bring big shows back to Scotland and back to Glasgow, and sort of create the Josh Taylor nights again. So no, it's important, and we want more nights up here. We've struggled for a while. Obviously, Josh is on the road and America and stuff, so we've struggled slightly. You know what I mean? But it seems to come back around now, and it's exciting times.
Do you almost see it as a responsibility, just because, as everyone knows, Josh Taylor has retired now. He won't be boxing again. There's yourself, Nathaniel Collins, Lee McGregor, a couple of other fighters. But would you feel? I hate asking you this. I don't want to make you feel bad, but if you didn't box in Glasgow or Scotland for the next 5 years, would that make you feel guilty at all that you've not boxed there, albeit for kind of opportunities elsewhere?
No, listen, I'm one of the fighters. I'm not going to go on the road and fight. I mean, I believe in my ability, but it's always nice to box at home. It's always nice to bring big shows to Scotland, especially for our fans to come and see. You know what I mean? And experience the nights as well. But boxing's a selfish sport. You know what I mean? If the opportunities come elsewhere on big platforms, then I'll grab them with both hands. But it's always nice to box at home, of course.
Yeah, no, of course. Aston, final question from me. I do want to ask you, because it is in your weight division, I suppose it is. So I do feel like it's relevant to you. We've a few weeks away now from the big rematch of Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. Do you have a prediction for that one? Do you think Chris Eubank Jr. is going to do it again? Can Conor Benn do it? There's the weight situation as well. Just what are your thoughts?
I think it's another good fight. I think it's a total 50-50 this time. The last time I picked Eubank to win, just because of the size, maybe the experience, but it was a cracking fight. You know what I mean? It was a really good fight, and I think Chris Eubank's really struggling now at 160 pounds, and I think Conor Benn looked great at times, and he looked strong, he looked fit. He was competing with him at times, even with strength. You know what I mean? And punch output and power. So it's hard to pick a winner this time. You know what I mean? But I could possibly lean towards Conor Benn.
Yeah, let me give you a scenario. Like, if I had a fiver and I said to you, Aston, I'm putting this fiver down on either Chris Eubank Jr. or Conor Benn, would you tell me to put it on Conor Benn?
Aye, this time aye.
Yeah, so I won't pester you anymore. Aston Brown, thank you very much for your time. All the best.
No worries, mate. Thank you.
Speak to you again soon. Thank you.
All the best, mate. Okay, thank you. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.